Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nerd Collision. I'm Eddie, that's Ray, that's Brandon, and today we're going to be doing our spoiler review of Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 1.
Whew.
This is our spoiler review. So if you have not seen Episode 1 of Stranger Things Season 4, please pause this video, go ahead and watch that video, and then come back over here to watch our review and recap. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into our review. And this recap is actually brought to us by Ready, Steady, Cut, and it is written by M.N. Miller. Now, the episode starts off in 1979, and Martin Brenner likes to start his day off with a piping hot cup of coffee and time to himself solving a crossword puzzle in under a minute. He heads to the office and grabs 10, a young boy he is working with, to find anyone if he puts his mind to it. Brenner asks him to locate Dr. Ellis. However, 10 becomes terrified because he sees Dr. Ellis with a child named Six, and they're now both dead. Brenner then hears screams and cries from outside. Suddenly, the door is thrown from its hinges and knocks the doctor over. When he wakes up, 10 is dead. He walks the halls, and countless dead bodies are sprawled over the floor. Blood and glass are everywhere. He enters our subject's room, and someone who must be 11 turns around. She has bloodstains all around her eyes. Brenner then asks her, "What have you done?" Now we fast forward to the spring of 1986, and we wonder to ourselves if the kids are all right. There had been some changes in Stranger Things universe. Elle and Will are in Lenora Hills, California. Elle is making an adorable diorama of Hopper, including a fantastic mustache, and Will has grown taller and lengthier but appears to be wearing the exact size clothes. Joyce has a frustrating job working from home at a cold calling customers to buy sets of encyclopedias. Mike is getting ready to visit Elle for spring break. Dustin has the same long distance girlfriend who changes his Spanish grade, and Lucas is on the basketball team in hopes of becoming famous. Then we have Max, who seems to not to be dating Lucas anymore. She is suffering because the loss of her stepbrother, Billy, caused a rift at home. Max is now in a new house and her mom works two jobs. She chooses not to tell her guidance counselor about her nightmares. She is suffering from post traumatic stress. Max always has her head stuck between some headphones and her grades suffer. The guys are part of the Hellfire Club, a group of freaks and geeks that is punkier D&D. The boys substitute Lucas's sister, Erica, in for him when he can't make the year's final campaign because he's playing in the championship game. Now, this is a very interesting way to open up our series, especially with the opening sequence showing what seems to be 11 attacking all the children and workers at that facility, and then also catching up with our cast of characters. But what did you guys think?
There's something more to the opening sequence. I think for them to
Hmm.
start the show off like that, there's gonna probably be like more flashbacks, but I think there's something more to it. I think it ties in with father and his whole role at the facility testing the children. And like I said, we kind of talked about this off camera, whether or not any of the other children survived. We saw one of them in previous seasons. And even though there was like a whole like we don't know how many kids were at that facility. Yeah, some of them died, but we don't know if all of them died. So I'm
Right.
wondering if any of them survived, if anyone else survived that. So I think there's gonna be more there. We get to jump into the present. Elle and Will are in California with their lives. Everybody else is back in Indiana with their lives. It's nice to see they have like from season one to season now they have grown. They're still like teenagers, young adults, but they have grown so much.
Right.
It was nice. Um, and one thing I want to point out, I did feel for Elle. Her not having Hopper. I think Will, Joyce, and the family have all been, accommodating for her in the best way they can be. But I think her and Papa had a special connection. So we'll hopefully get to see them reunite too. But yeah, just seeing how hard she's been struggling, like it just pulls out your heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah.
Everything she's been through. She literally saved the world twice, and these heifers are just giving her the business in high school. I want to beat the ass for her, like ooh, that just. But anywho,
Right.
um, going back to Indiana, we see everyone. Um, we see, Dustin and Will. I'm sorry, Dustin and Mike. You know, we see Lucas. He kind of like pulling away, and that's one thing I'm also curious about going forward. Like the friendship. They all start out together. Now they're in high school, and Lucas's point. I mean, I understood it. He doesn't want to be that anymore. He wants to kind of move away from it.
Hmm.
So Mike and Dustin are, I won't say they're losing their friend, but they're going in different paths. So that was nice to see. So I think that's relatable in a way. High school people you grew up with, they started wanting different things, going different directions. So you kind of have that like pool of, So I understood that. So that was nice to see. Max, still reeling over everything she's been through. Coming into finding out, the Demogorgon and all this other stuff is real. Lose her brother, who I mean, he was an asshole, but she still cared about him and everything. So losing him was affecting her in a way too. So it was like I would say again, the pacing was nice. Just seeing them all, Dustin and his girlfriend. I mean, can I have a partner who can like go online and change stuff for me? I mean, cause like, I would like my student loans to be erased completely. I'm just saying. So it was nice seeing her back too. I think she's a fun character and what she can do going forward. Lucas' little sister, who's always just like just a little spitfire. That part where he was, the head of the geeks and freaks, questioning her, and she kind of broke it down. I said, "You girl, go ahead, but let him know. Let him know. Respect your authority." So that's fun to see. And so yeah, overall, nice episode up to that point. Everything like I said, everything we kind of just we got to see the normal side before everything starts go crazy as it always does.
Right.
Yeah, this episode was amazing. Um, the introduction, the kids are not all right. The kids
Mm.
are not okay. The kids are meh right now. And Millie Bobby Brown, she just has this thing that she does with her face. Unfortunately, I'm on my phone, so I can't do it for y'all today. But I will do it the next episode we cover when I get my iPad fully charged. But girl, she does this face and she's just like, "Uh, y'all know the face that she does. And she don't have to weep. She don't have to go, ooh, she don't have to do that. She just makes this face like it's like a silent cry. And you just feel
Right.
so bad. Oh, white girl. Oh, white girl. It's gonna be okay, baby. Here, have an ice cream. Because I just have to give her a prop. And I'm just gonna say it now before Eddie gets to it. Fuck Angela. You are a bitch.
Yes.
I don't like you. You're dark nasty, as Tatiana said in the season 2 reunion. Your insides are dark nasty. I don't like you. You're evil. And the actress who plays her, she swears she's not like that. Girl, you were manifesting that high school energy, mama. Don't lie. Don't lie. You're like that in real life. Bro. You probably bully all the kids in calculus. Shame on you. Um, but yes, listen, yes for everyone. Growing up, but everyone is just so tall, and I'm just like y'all are taller than me. I remember when these children, literally
Hmm.
a few years ago, were just tiny little, like little Goonies, and
Yeah.
now they grown,
Yeah.
and I'm
Hmm.
just like, oh my god, puberty done struck y'all like 3 times. Like they're like tall like NBA players. I can't. Y'all can't convince me y'all in high school. Y'all in college. Goodbye.
Right.
But besides that, I love seeing everyone back and fitting into the groove of things. Just adulting. They're becoming slowly but surely adults, and to see them come into their own. But listen, Elle, Mama, we're gonna have to get you some Taibo classes because let me tell
Yes.
you something. If you can't deal with what you got, do I even want to go into this? Girl, let me tell you something. Billy taught me a lot of things. And y'all know the exercises I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know the jab. Oh, you know the
Mm-hmm.
jab.
Mm-hmm.
L, girl, you gonna need some Taibo lessons, Mama. You gotta do that kick. You know the air kick,
Right.
the knee kick,
Mm-hmm.
the air. You know the one I'm talking about. And you can bop these hoes. Don't let anybody talk to you crazy like that. And I hate this thing where everyone is like ganging up on someone. I would feel awful if I
Yeah.
saw someone doing that shit. And the
Yeah.
fact that these kids are heartless, I'm like, you know what? Throw the gasoline on them. If the monsters want to take their heads and crush them and put them in the mush monster like the last season, go ahead, take them, Jesus, take them, take them, take them, take them, because y'all are some nasty gutter butt bitches. I'm like, you
Yeah.
damn ugly, disgusting, privileged. Anyway, loved to see everyone doing their own thing with the D&D thing. I thought they'd grown past that child. I thought they were gonna be like, hey man, we're playing Dick Duck now. We're beyond that, okay? But obviously, that's what I mean. That's probably always gonna be near and dear to them. And let's talk about Will for a second.
Yes.
I believe that they confirmed last season that he prefers a man's company. Did they not?
That's how
Um,
I took it. Yeah.
and
Okay.
I believe he is in love with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's just something about that needs to be explored, and maybe maybe Mike will try it on, and he'll be like, oh, and get well. You know what? In 20 years, Grinder's gonna be invented, and I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll get my cheeks clapped somehow. I don't need you, Mike. Bye. I'm grown.
Oh my gosh.
That's
It's
just
always Mike.
interesting.
Listen, listen. And listen, it's just something, and I'm glad that they are exploring that with these characters because we don't see that often in
Right.
television as much as people love to say, oh, they're having down the road down that road. We don't get to see like that experience, especially at a young age, and what it's like to go through that, and especially at that time. Oh my God, like girl, like you had to wear like a trench coat to go to the ballroom scene. So it's like
Yeah.
it was tough back then to be what you were and not be judged for it so harshly, even in the 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see. But and I'm sure they'll go deeper into that, or they might just flat out say, I haven't get past anything. I'm still in the early episodes. Um, but yeah, I love the introduction. Fabulous.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, so I want to just point out, because I was like a hidden meeting and everything in episode one. We see Joyce gets that Russian doll, and that just seems so random. Like,
Yeah.
so I want to see what that leads to. Also, what's the other friend who worked? I can't remember the character's name. Who likes girls? I can't remember her name.
Robin.
Robin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just see how that But like I said, it wasn't easy. Definitely wasn't easy at that time. So I'm happy to see them explore that and where that leads to.
And
Okay.
before we continue, I just want to say really quickly, I I don't like the direction that Robin's going.
Mm,
Last season I enjoyed her. This season, she just seems to be doing a little bit too much.
okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's a fair point. Alrighty, guys. So we'll go ahead and move on with this episode. Now we see the older ones, Nancy and Jonathan, are doing the long distance thing. She's wearing her Emerson College shirt while working on school paper. He is learning a trade and waiting for early acceptance. Steve and Robin are still friends working at Family Video, and they share their girl troubles. Two new characters are significant. One is Chrissy, who is having auditory and hallucinations, like hearing her abusive mother criticize her and seeing spiders escaping from a grandfather clock in a tree. She wants to purchase some pot from Hellfire Club's Eddie to calm her nerves. But we'll get back to them later. In the meantime, poor Elle is being terrorized by her new classmates. They make fun of her for paying tribute to Hopper. They knock her over and even smash the diorama she made. When she comes to tears, she tries to use her powers to fight back, but nothing happens. She is powerless. But why? Later in the episode, Lucas ends up winning the game on a buzzer beater, but Mike and Dustin skip it to spend the night with the members of the Hellfire Club. It appears the group may be breaking up. Perhaps the biggest reveal comes in that Russian doll Joyce was sent. Murray tells her to break it open, but he thinks it is probably rigged with a bomb from the communist bastards across the Pacific. When Joyce does, she pulls out a note written with cutout letters. It says, Hop is alive. He looks forward to date pleased to make. Is Hopper alive or is someone playing a cruel prank? Frankly, it reads more like a ransom note than anything. So this was pretty interesting to see the older characters here on Stranger Things, and that Russian doll that we were talking about earlier was oddly specific. I would have probably just thrown it out if I'm being honest with you. Somebody just sent that to me randomly, and it was really sad just to see how mean those kids were. I often forget how mean kids are in like high school, especially high school. But when you see it portrayed like this on television, it's just it's really troubling at times to watch. But what did you guys think?
Nice. I
Um,
like to, on top of the whole monsters in the world ending, you have regular, teenagers, going through life. Interested to
Mm,
see what's going on with this Chrissy character or what's going to happen with this Chris character. It seemed like she was it felt like she was being targeted, but I don't
mm,
know why. Um, and it was nice to see her remember the freak guy, as someone she knew, prior to, like again, that kind of, I think it's like mirroring what our group is going through too. They may deviate, but there's still like a connection there. Seeing Lucas kind of like defer again, I understood why he wants to get away. He wants to reinvent himself and everything. But you're so used to seeing everyone together, fighting, coming together. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Lucas take part when the time arises, to fight back wherever it's coming this time, or if he's just going to, just like stick it out. Like I said, he wants to go a different direction, and we'll see what that leads to. But overall, the teenagers, like I said, it's like, there's like the show is not just one thing. We have the
mhm.
whole supernatural sci-fi aspect of it, but also yeah, we can have teenagers going through life, and I
Right.
still want to fight those heifers who are bullying L. Just beat the
Yes.
living mess out of them. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff was happening, so I'm happy. It made for a good show. It helps move everything along, and a whole letter from Joyce. Like you just can't help but speculate who it might be from.
Yeah.
I doubt Harper himself is able to, get a letter and say, y'all and mail it to Joyce. So, could this person be an ally, or they could be like the enemy? Like we have to, just wait and see. But that was
Hmm.
interesting, too.
Okay.
Yeah, throw that shit out. Who wants to keep some damn dusty ass porcelain doll thrown at my house? Girl, get the shit out of here. Garbage comes on Sunday night. Okay, come collect. I don't care what it's inside. I don't care. I don't care about no ransom note and hopes and dreams. Girl, I'm moving on. I'm an independent woman. Okay, I don't need that. So that was cute or whatever. It gave her a glimmer of hope. But I'm like, Joyce, like, haven't we been through enough, sister? I mean, it just seems so stressful. Now,
Right.
granted, if they had been like a thing for like years or something like that, or they've been like an item for a while, I would understand her trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
But she was just like, oh, we fought a couple aliens together, so I gotta rescue him. No, 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 girl. Let someone else do that this time. Just
Yeah.
sit back, clock in, clock out. I don't think it's worth it. Now, if Hop had like millions of dollars, honey, I'd be like, um, Russia, freedom. I'm just saying. If Hopper had a fat wallet, I'd be on the next train smoking. But honey, he ain't got to select his name. They done replaced him with the token black officer.
Oh,
Which shout out to you for the promotion. You are a bad
right.
bitch. I
Right.
thought they were gonna get that nerdy man with the glasses. Oh, y'all know the one.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
now he's the chief. I say yes, man. But like I said about Angela, girl, I hope the demon snatches you up, Llama. I hope the demon snatch you up like a thief in the night. And Elle's gonna
Yes.
laugh and she's gonna be like, bitch, and then she's gonna go on about her business. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to get your comeuppance. Evil, evil, evil girl.
Very.
Yeah. It would be well deserved at this point, in my opinion.
Be doing her a favor.
Fingers crossed.
Truly. Alrighty, guys. So that brings us to the ending of this episode. Now, Stranger Things takes a bloody, gruesome turn for the show that even made me take a step back. When Eddie takes Chrissy to his trailer park home for something more robust than weed, she wanders off while he goes to grab the Special K. She starts to hallucinate. She is now trapped in a two-story home. A woman at a sewing machine is scolding her. Finally, her father has his nose, mouth, and eyes glued and sewn shut and is screaming for help. Then a dark, ominous figure that looks like a demigod corners her and tells Chrissy it is time to end her suffering. Eddie comes out of the bathroom and finds Chrissy standing in the middle of the room, eyes fluttering back and forth while rolling in the back of her pretty little head. She is having a seizure, and Eddie is desperately trying to wake her up. The last thing he needs is a teenager having a medical emergency in his drug storage warehouse. In Chrissy's hallucination, the evil creature grabs her head by his claw and begins to lift her off the ground. The funny thing is, while Eddie is shaking the poor girl, he notices she begins to levitate. Has the upside down world met the right side up without crossing over? He is terrified, and it only gets worse as the beautiful, sweet cheerleader is thrown up against the ceiling. While Eddie looks up, all four limbs of Chrissy are broken and turned in a different, agonizing way. Her jaw is separate, and resting in a way that makes me think Chrissy is a big Jim Carrey fan. And finally, both of her eyes sink into the back of her head. So, with that ending, I was really shocked that we got all that. I wasn't expecting to get
I
that
clutched my
dark that
business pearls.
early. Yes. What did you guys think?
It was giving very Nightmare on Elm Street, which is appropriate because around that time it came out in the mid 80s. Yeah,
Hmm.
like I said, there's has to be more to this Christie's person. That I guess we're going to find out, like her backstory, because it knew her by name, and we've seen like Demogorgons, like possess people to like to speak everything. It's like this felt different. Like I said, it felt like she was targeted, and I don't know why.
Right.
Now let me kind of find out again. This is just speculation. What if she was one of the kids at that facility? And no, we don't
Mm.
know. There's something about her that drew the creature to it, and it killed her. But in its twisted, whatever perception, he was entering her suffering. I mean, I felt that was like link or like code something. What suffering was she going through that you felt only way to end it was by killing her? Like, I want to know more about this creature. Why did it talk to her, and what is its goal?
Right.
That was very interesting to see too. So just like we've seen Jimmy Gorgons and how they interact. Will got possessed, Billy was possessed, but this felt different. And now supposedly the portal to the upside down world was closed. Air closed when she defeated them the last time.
Right.
So, and we know about just going off the trailers that there's a Jimmy Gorgon thing in Russia with Harper. So I'm wondering how all of this is going to like intersect and interconnect with each other. But yeah, I want to know more about this creature. I have like theories about it, but I want to see like more episodes to kind of like figure it out. But yeah, there's something more to this creature, and something more to Christie's, I think, past. Why was her father, his eyes, sewn shut and everything like that? I mean, that's not something a demigorgon would do, I would think. That was like something human. So yeah, that is like this more story there to explore, and I want to know what that is.
Right.
And the funny thing about that, Ray, is that yeah, what you mentioned about the Demogorgons. And as we know at this point, every monster that the kids come in contact with every season is based off of a Dungeons and Dragons character,
Hmm.
which I always found innocent, really cute. But at the same time, what they can do, these monsters, is not cute at all. It unfortunately, like there was a lot of casualties. I think the most in season 3 that we've seen, and it looks like it's starting again here in season 4. But just one by one, that whatever this creature is, it's clearly a humanoid person. If I had to guess, it could be someone we assumed who had died and
Hmm.
probably was transformed into this catalyst for the mind flayer. I believe that's the name of the main antagonist of the series,
Right.
because Elle
Yeah.
didn't like kill it permanently. That was just like something that it was using um, to have a form in the real world. So
Okay.
it's not gone yet, right? So yeah, and that was just really interesting to see. I mean, child, they turned that girl into a damn paper paper plane. I was like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Right.
it was awful. They gouged her eyes out, twisted her bones and her hands. I'm like, okay, so what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
It was just, and you see this poor boy with the Wayne's World haircut, and he's crying and shrieking. He's like, "Oh my God, child, I'm never gonna graduate at this point. Oh my God, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail." And he's like, "Oh my God, I gotta get rid of the crack. I gotta get rid of the coke. I gotta get everything. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm supposed to whoop my ass." So I fell for him a little bit. That was kind of sad
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
see. But Mama, I'm like, does this creature pick on people in Hawkins with trauma? I'm like, child, listen.
Mm.
I'm surprised he didn't snatch me up. Um,
Oh, shit.
I was just like, oh my goodness, what the hell is going on? Because it seems like anybody with insecurities, this thing is targeting. That's just the vibe I'm getting because it, you see that Chrissy was like something with her mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kept mentioning like mom, blah, 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 blah. And she's like when she was in the bathroom puking and stuff like that earlier when Max was like, are you okay, girl? Like, what's going on? She was like,
Mhm.
go away. I'm like, girl, you probably shouldn't have told her to go away. But look what happened. Um,
Yeah.
I and their physical forms are basically like destroyed and they're dead. But it looked, from what I can see, like that. I don't know if you guys caught this, but it looked like there were like other bodies there, like surrounding him when
Mhm.
uh I forgot what Vecna, I think they're calling him,
Yeah.
was basically uh transforming her into this like the corpse. Like there were other bodies there. So I'm just like, okay, so he's clearly like targeting people. That's just the vibe I got with insecurity. Or people with like trauma or something like that. People who have like traumatic stuff going on with them that they're
Right.
dealing with some form of guilt. Which I thought was really strange, but maybe it will make more sense as the episodes go on.
Okay. Yeah, it was very interesting. I was wondering that too because it did seem like people who have like traumatic memories are being targeted. So,
Yeah.
I mean, is it everybody in Hawk?
Now I'm
And then they
like,
throw a rock.
but
Right.
auntie, mama, cousin, brother, they got turned into hamburger meat last season. Okay, at the mall, and then they said it was a fire. I said, a fire? Now, Miss Girl, you're not gonna pretend that aliens don't exist. Come on now. Them damn creatures from beyond the grave, they done snatched everyone up, turned everyone into rat fertilizer and all that crap. They were eating that shit. It was crazy.
Right.
And if this thing is able to get to people without crossing over, like to this extent, like they're going to have to, like, how are they going to fight back? Especially with Elle doesn't have her powers. You know, even though she do
Right.
have, they still need some type of like physical contact to beat it or whatever. So they
Hmm.
have to go back into under upside down world to fight this creature. Like it seems powerful enough without even having like, to cross over. So yes, it's just a lot that I'm like looking forward to. This show always delivers on the sci-fi supernatural aspect of it, also the storytelling too. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all plays out.
I am too. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, this was a really strong first episode. Like I said, I was not expecting that ending, but I really liked it. It was very good.
I did
So,
too.
oh, yeah, go ahead, Brenda.
No, I was just saying I did too. I enjoyed this episode very much. And
Hmm.
Marvel, y'all could learn a thing or two from Netflix because they're putting their entire ass in their CGI department. Y'all should do the
Cool.
same.
Come
Go
on
ahead,
now.
Ed.
All right. Now you, I agree with that 110%. Alrighty, guys. So before we wrap up our review here of Stranger Things season 4, episode 1, do you guys have any final thoughts so far?
Angela choke. Angela, die. You heard me. I said it. Angela, die. I don't care what happens to you, Miss Mamas. I hope it's painful. I hope you get ripped to shreds. I hope that neck, bitch. I don't like you. I don't like you at all. How dare you pick on that poor girl? All she wanted to do was be friends with Drake. You just jealous. You're jealous. You're jealous. You're jealous with your bubblegum pop haircut. You want to be Polly Pocket. Guess what? You'll never be her either, Miss Thing. You and your boyfriend Jake, I think that's his name, looking like some Chad from the country golf club. Get your ass out of here. Tired of that.
I'm really sorry. I had like a thought based on the trailer we saw previously and what we saw in the first episode. Oh, well, I literally just thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
If this creature is going to people with trauma, then what we saw in the trailer in regards to Max might be an indicator. So I'm now worried about her. Well, what's going to happen to her if this creature goes after her? Because we saw that part in the trailer where her floating. So now I'm worried. So yeah.
When I saw that, I
So
was just
about that and what's going to happen. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to what happens next. It's going to be a crazy ride because they deliver consistently season after season. So whatever happens next is about to be a trip.
Right. I was just sorry by the way, but I was just gonna say basically remember when we watched the original trailer? I thought this bitch had powers, bitch. No, she getting snatched up by that damn creature. Looked like I'm like, oh no, they gonna kill her. I was like, I've grown to like Max. At first, I was just like, girl, I don't know about you, Pippi Longstocking. Okay, don't be trying to come up with the girls. Okay, you're new. You're new. Sit at the end of the table. Okay, we're established here, hun. But I've grown to accept her. I like her, and she's not racist. She loved that black man. She loved him so much. But she was like, listen, I'm a mess. It's just I can't do this right now. I can't love right now. I'm hurting.
Yeah.
Even though my brother was a piece of shit, he was my piece of shit, and that's my grief. I love you, Lucas. Good luck in the NBA. And that was it.
And you know what? It's okay to say that sometimes. It's okay to say you're not in a space right now to love or be loved. So,
right.
Kudos for the self-awareness of it all. I mean, honey.
Yes.
Because most people in their lifetime don't have that much of a level of self-awareness. So go ahead.
Come on now. Come on
really
now.
For you to make it through.
I was about to say, if Stranger Things took place in modern times, honey, she would be lucky if she got a text. She'd be lucky if she got a call back.
Girl.
Max, you're lucky.
Overfloweth, honey. Overfloweth.
I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something. The men in the 2022, they lack, as Ralph once said, sensitivity.
Girl.
Bigly.
That on double period.
I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, guys. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up right there. But thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys thought about this episode. Also, remember to click the bell button for notifications so that you know whenever we have new videos here on the channel. And also, please remember to follow Nerd Collision on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. But once again, I'm Eddie. That's Ray. That's Brandon. We are Nerd Collision, and we'll see you guys here next time. Bye, everyone.
Y'all ain't getting that album anytime until that baby is 2. So you might as well go watch our videos and subscribe. Yeah, you're not getting that album. I don't know why I keep asking. You're not getting that album. Stop asking her when it's gonna come out. You're not getting the album until the baby is 2. Or maybe 1.5.